Hey, top of the morning. Just listen up. Just listen. Man, I buy you a slice of pizza, man. That's all I can do is buy you a slice of pizza, all right? Just a slice of pizza. Slice of pizza, man. Man, I'm not for a whole lot. I don't do a whole lot of talking, man. I get a slice of pizza. I don't know about your history. I don't know about nobody's personal life. I buy you a slice of pizza. I don't know about personal life, man. I'm in the personal life. I buy you a slice of pizza. I don't want to hear no stories, man. I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear the story. I don't want to hear it, ma'am. I'll buy you a slice of pizza, but I don't want to hear those stories. I'll buy you a slice of pizza. I don't want the story. What's special? What's special? No, ma'am. I can do a slice of pizza, ma'am. Ma'am, I understand that. I can do pizza, but I don't want to hear the rest of the stuff. All right, I'm not. A slice of pizza, nothing at all, ma'am. Okay. For picking up a Wilson, picking up for spaghetti, ma'am. I can do a slice of pizza. Man, do it, God. Hold on. Ma'am, ma'am, ma'am. I hear your story, man. That's not my thing, ma'am. I'm sorry. I'm not helpful like that. I apologize. Okay, I can beat the pizza, but that's it. All right. But you don't want a pizza. I'm done now. It's already paid for. I paid for my stuff, so I got to roll. I'm not doing that to you, ma'am. Ma'am, no, I'm done now, ma'am. I'm out. It's all, ma'am. I don't have nothing to do with God, ma'am. I apologize, ma'am. Ma'am, I'm not trying to be nasty, ma'am. I was asking you what you want, ma'am, but I'm not. I don't stay around, ma'am. I'm leaving. I'm understand, ma'am. Ma'am, I tried to offer you something. As soon as you get my food, I'm gone. I tried to offer you something. So, ma'am, people serious, ma'am. You telling me what it's only? I'm telling you what I can do, but I already told you, ma'am. I don't know you from a can of worms. Why? So hold on. Why are you telling me all this? I made an offer. I offered. I don't want to know your name. I don't, ma'am. Too much. I don't know what the plan is. Okay, too much, ma'am. Ma'am, you said, ma'am. I know. I know, ma'am. I don't want to do anything. I'm not a helpful person, ma'am. I don't help people. I offered you pizza. That's it. But I don't help people. I'm not helpful at all. All right. So you help people. You a veteran. You did stuff in the military. I hurt people. I take things from people. Offer you pizza. Okay. I don't want to do anything else. Okay. I'm going to leave now because you said you didn't want anything. I'm good. I know, ma'am. I'm good now. I don't know why he takes so long to put my stuff together. He must have knows. I don't know what that's to me, man. But I'm going on my way. I don't know if he. I don't know what he's doing. He's taking.
Over here having a hard time with I guess somebody at the pizzeria.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, ma'am. I'm not gonna remember you, ma'am. I'm not gonna remember you. Take care, sir. Okay.
Hustling at the
All right, ma'am.
poetic perspective. Hello, good morning, gorgeous. Uncle Bertie's in the street getting in trouble.
Sorry about that.
What the hell was that about? Good morning, Miss Sanford.
You come ask me some money. I told her I bought a slice of pizza. Then she want to tell me what kind of meal she want. I'm like, ma'am, I'm not helping people. I said, just because you already asked me for something, I offer you a pizza, but I ain't buying no meals. I got myself spaghetti.
You eating spaghetti at 3 o'clock in the morning? Good morning, gorgeous.
Cause I didn't really eat anything.
Yeah, but you pick spaghetti. You be having the weirdest. No, I know what you should be. Gotta be smelling. All right, so what? You went to the pizzeria. I'm saying, who eats fucking spaghetti at 3 o'clock in the fucking morning? You could breakfast time.
The Italians.
The Italian. I don't know what, because you know what? That's how you know you live up north. Because who the fuck is making spaghetti at 3 o'clock in the morning? You with Miss Sanford? Miss Sanford, where you live, do they have places that are open up at 3 o'clock in the morning that's making spaghetti and pizza?
Oh yeah. This place stays at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Say that again.
This place stays this one stays on 4 o'clock in the morning.
That's what I love about being up north. Nothing fucking closes. Child spaghetti what kind? What chili spaghetti? Chili spaghetti. What the hell is chili spaghetti perspective? I don't know. I guess regular Italian spaghetti. Is it with meat sauce?
This Italian spaghetti, huh?
Okay, I don't know. Poetic perspective talk about she got chili spaghetti. I don't know what chili spaghetti. Oh,
does she? Oh, tell I like where's she looking? I come to her place, give me a bowl right now. I throw this away. In fact, I'll go get this to the lady who was asking for a meal.
Yeah, I don't know. It was great, but she sounded like she was about to cry. Was she crying?
Probably was, you know. I mean, you know, I'm not helpful, man. That's not my. She was on the wrong plans. She should have asked me about maybe trying to rob the place, and I'd have said, yeah, I'll get you a meal. You know.
So
But
was she was just hanging out at the pizzeria asking people for food?
yeah, I see all the time. She always try to tell us she said she was a veteran, but my whole thing, you know, if you're a veteran, you better go veteran affairs. That's further down the street. Mm.
Why? And so what? You didn't want to buy? What did she want you to buy? Because you were offering
She
her
she
pizza.
she wanted me to buy her the special, some 11.99 special. And I was telling her I'm not gonna pay for more for her food than I'm paying for mine. I mean, you know, my food's only 9.99,
And she
and
didn't want the
pizza
pizza.
and
But
slice of
listen,
pizza is five
beggars can't
dollars.
be choosers, right?
Right, exactly.
Mm-mm. Okay, so you eating pizza right now? I mean, you eating
No, no,
spaghetti.
spaghetti and side salad. Hmm.
But she was whining and crying and complaining to you though.
Right. Like you thought we was old friends or something. Oh, and then her name had to be Empress. I really started. I started to say, "You're not Empress from TikTok, are you?"
You're so stupid. You want that special too? Miss Sanford wants that special too. Which one you want? The special, the spaghetti, or you want the? Miss
Oh
Sanford
no,
wants
the
the
special is some
special.
type of steak and cheese. And, but this whole about why look, she can't eat a whole lot of cheese, but she wants steak and cheese. You know that was even crazy. You know, like
Say that again.
she said she can eat all that cheese, right? But she wanted the special, which is steak and cheese and fries and a coke or
Oh, so she said
something
she
like that.
couldn't eat the pizza because it was too much cheese.
Right.
I wonder how many people ate she bought they because I'm pretty sure she's been there for a while. It's 3 o'clock in the fucking morning. They let us just hang out at the place at the pizzeria.
But she walks up now. She walk up and down in front of it. She be out there all the time. Yeah.
Is she a night
Yeah.
walker? Does she sell? Does she?
No,
What you should
I mean,
offer? You
she
should have
would, but
told her for 7.99. You were
she
giving her
would.
that she would. You got some head from her.
Nah,
What-
I didn't want to put
But
that
you do
down.
it on
I didn't want.
TikTok all the fucking time.
Hey,
You offer
hey,
people meals
yeah,
for some little bit of
yeah,
for the chill.
but I didn't want that known. I didn't want that one, not that one, because that then she'd be, looking for me every day. I
Oh,
didn't want to go.
oh, you that good?
No,
You
no,
that-
no, 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 no. But she would just spot my truck, and she'd be like, she'll see my truck, and all of a sudden, and this is a kicker. She don't realize she talked to me all the time. That's the funny part.
oh, she probably doesn't even remember you. Do you think she
Yeah, right,
remembers
exactly.
you?
And I hope she doesn't. But I'm saying, but that you would think I say the same thing to her all the time. So it's like,
You know, these
I'm
beggars,
sure.
they don't, people who beg, there's no shame in their fucking games. They're
Right,
gonna keep on asking you every single time they see you. And then the price that's next week is gonna be a whole tray of lasagna.
right.
It's gonna be something
So,
different. Good night,
I,
Miss
I,
Sanford. You have a wonderful, beautiful rest with your gorgeous body. Miss Sanford got a gorgeous body. You remember Miss Sanford from the gala?
oh, I sure do. Miss Sanford is smoking.
She
Miss
is
Sanford,
smoking.
yeah, Miss Sanford, Miss Sanford get the special and spaghetti.
It's from Cincinnati. Cincinnati, you hear me?
Uh,
Poetic Perspective said that chili spaghetti is from Cincinnati.
Cincinnati or Sicily?
No, I don't think they have chili spaghetti in Sicily, but
No, no, no,
In Cincinnati. I can't even
no,
say it.
no. No, I've had, yeah. I mean, about basically like now you so you know how you do your meat sauce, but you make like in a chili fashion, and you lather that over top, so you have you have fresh
The
noodles, and
with
you put the
beans.
yes, you
Yeah,
can have
no.
with it without beans. Depends on you. You can do with without beans.
I mean, that's what chili is. Chili is
Yeah,
chopped meat and beans.
yeah. Well, with or without, it depends on New Yorkers do it without beans, and Texas do it with beans, right?
I've never heard of it before in my life. Chili. That's like rasta pasta. That's another thing that I never really heard of before until recently. And everybody, oh, you gotta get rasta pasta. I'm like, what Jamaican
But,
eats pasta?
Rasa pasta is like Jamaican gum. It's like the Jamaican version of gumbo. They just put everything in it. They just,
What? There's no way near gumbo.
no. I'm saying, but that's how their pasta has everything in it. They have like different meats in it. To me, to me you mess up the pasta, put all the meats in. They put beef, shrimp, and chicken in there. I mean, or shrimp and chicken. Depends on what you ask for, but most time they have like they put like shrimp and chicken in
I
it.
mean, if you ask a Jamaican, that's not a Jamaican dish.
But a lot of them sell it, don't they? Well,
They
no,
do
no,
sell it. Just like they sell
well,
that
no.
fucking French fries with the
Right,
fucking.
right, 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 right. That horrible. That cluster. We should now. That's what we should go back and Yeah, that,
And just what a
yeah,
fucking
that,
a review on that shit.
yeah. They,
You
they,
notice, do you see the things with Keith Lee? You know who Keith Lee is, right?
right. Yeah.
And then he's in Europe, and he's been doing like taste tests and of all the food in Europe, and he's getting so much slack because of course their palate is different than our palate is,
Right.
and he's not used to it, and they're like dogging him because he doesn't like the food over there.
Right. Well, hey, I mean, but his problem is that he got picked. I mean, he got picked. That's how you gonna go to some house's area and talk about their food. That's what they know. That's what they eat.
But I mean, he's a
You know.
food critic though, so how are you gonna tell
Yeah,
him?
but how? I mean, is he really a food critic, or is he just or is he a food critic for certain regions? Like is he a food for the South, for the North, for the East?
No,
You
he
know,
goes all over the United States,
I know he does. I know. I'm saying, but I mean, but what's his? I mean, outside of him being, I think he used to be a wrestler. He used to be in a UFC. I mean, what is? I mean, like, how
was
do you
he a
go from?
wrestler?
He was a UFC fighter. Yeah, yeah,
I
some
never
little
knew
bulldog
that.
fighter. Yeah,
I can't imagine him fighting anybody. He's
yeah,
so soft and sweet.
yeah. That's why you see he changed professions.
But it wasn't working out for him, so he said, "Let me go eat." Okay.
Right. I don't knock his groove, and if you listen to me, Keith Lee, whatever you do, man, that's your asset. I can't knock your groove
Well, yeah,
because I
I'm
don't
sure he's
do it.
listening to us right
So
now.
yeah, and I
Respect.
don't want because if you come see me, I'm gonna kiss you. Don't come see me. I ain't gonna fight you. I'm gonna kiss you in the mouth.
You're gonna kiss him?
Yeah.
Why are you gonna kiss him? Are you gonna kiss him like the French do? Is it not a French kiss? What do they kiss on side to
No,
side?
no,
Like
I'm gonna slob him down. No,
Italians kiss
hey,
like that.
no, I'm gonna slob him down. I'm not. No, I ain't gonna French. I'm gonna slob him down.
No, I'm just
Yeah.
waking up, sweetie.
Oh.
Oh, I go to bed at 8 o'clock in the afternoon. Is it afternoon 8 o'clock? I go to bed at 8 o'clock, so I wake up at 3 o'clock. Ain't got shit else to fucking do. This is my hobby. Good morning, Aries.
See, for the fighters, you slob. For those who fight, you grab him, kiss him in his mouth, and he can't fight no more.
What? What are you talking about? You still talking about kissing somebody? Who you kissing in the mouth, poetic?
For the fighters, the ones that they can fight when they come, the ones that drop out so they can fight. I just grab and kiss him. I slob him right down. I said, "Now you're a sissy."
What are you talking? Okay. How many times has that happened to you?
None. But I mean, when it does happen, hey,
Is
you
it
know,
one of your
Adrian,
fantasies? Is it one of your
Adrian, I'm saying,
fantasies?
Adrian, you're not gonna believe this, right? But you probably saw the outside of my hands, but you didn't see the inside of my hands, right? But I've never been. I never. I mean, my hands, like I've been in some real fights. I've never been in a fight. Now I've hit people in the back before. Like I don't never face you up.
Mm-mm.
I didn't go at you from the back and beat you up. But I ain't never been. I've never been in like a real fight, like a face up fight.
Well, I mean, you're very intimidating, so I don't think you need to have one.
So, I don't even know what I
You
don't know
need
what
to
my
start
skill set
taking that
is.
Where you mean the nurse? Where you are you?
Hmm?
You're not in the hospital, are you?
Me?
Maybe you
No.
need to start taking that medicine in the daytime. Then you
Who's in the
okay?
hospital? Oh, somebody else in the hospital. Huh?
No, I'm listen. I'm doing two things at the same time,
Okay, you do.
poetic.
Oh, that's good. Okay, that's good. Do you think, honey? I'm not
No,
busy.
I'm reading. I'm reading the comment. I'm doing my thing. What kind of
Oh, okay.
things are you
Hey,
doing?
hello, everybody in the comments.
Oh, hi. Now you notice there's other people in the room. It's not just me. Oh, I didn't know that. Gorgeous. Are you okay? Oh, I'm giving you lots of prayers and energy. I'm giving you lots of prayers and
Oh,
energy.
okay.
Hope
Oh,
you feel better.
yeah, hope you get well, recover fast. I didn't know you've been in the hospital.
I know. Well, you know, she's a silent inspiration to us all. She's a back.
She,
She's
she's beautiful, man.
our what is it? Background, encouraging, motivator. We wouldn't be living
She's an
on this
image.
TikTok land
She's
without her.
she's an image consultant. She's like she's a real image consultant. She's not like the guy who passed away, the fake one. She's a real one.
Who? Who's the fake one that passed away?
Little Kevin Samuels, little Kev.
Did he pass away?
Yeah, little Kevin. Yeah, little Kev.
You know, I
Remember?
was never a follower of him. I know people keep on always mentioning
Mhm.
him, but I have no idea. I know he said a whole bunch of stupid or anything because I don't got time to listen to that crap
Oh, shoot, man,
about
Kevin
his
Samuels.
business
He
life.
got he got man. He got the man. He got a whole. He got more men following than women. He got a man. He got a
No, I
male
mean
following.
because he didn't like he did a lot of things about what.
But he's supposedly post both supposedly. But if you ask me, he had some. He probably had more boyfriends than he had girlfriends.
Was he kissing them in the mouth too?
Yeah, in fact, rumor has it that he actually succumbed to a boyfriend, but the woman just happened to be there because she didn't know anything about him. Remember, she didn't know where she was. Remember, she didn't know the address where they were when she
Ooh.
called in the 911 call. The lady who was supposed to be a certified nurse. The lady who
Hey, you
called
gotta
it
back up
called
because
it.
I have no idea what you're talking about. And
Okay,
Avery said that he used to ask
so
women how much they used to weigh. Men on this
so
app ask that how much women used to weigh, which is so weird because that
so
doesn't tell you anything
at
about
the
a
time of
person.
his at the time of his expiration, there was a woman there who was not of his ethnicity,
Hmm.
and she didn't know much about him.
Okay.
And she didn't know where she was, who he, all she knew was his name, and she claimed she was gonna try to resuscitate him, but she couldn't get him on the floor or something. So I think she was trying to resuscitate him on the bed or something crazy, and they were telling her to put him on the floor. So if you're a nurse, I think some of those things she should have been familiar with. But anyway,
Right.
but the rumor is that he was with a man. That's what the rumor is of the
Oh, get
ATL.
out of here! He
Yeah.
would get out. See, it's because they don't like women. I knew it. All these men who always got an opinion about women are the ones that don't really like women.
Right. That'd be my fault.
Huh? Are you eating the
That'd be my
spaghetti
fault.
while you're talking into me?
No, man, I'm actually seasoning it up right now. I'm putting a little pepper on it, some garlic salt, some red
But it's
peppers.
not seasoned. You
Hmm?
didn't hear that rumor? Abby said she didn't. She said you a liar. She said that she
Yeah.
didn't hear that rumor.
Oh, yeah. Tell Aries, I'm a natural liar. Thank you, Aries.
I know. I know. You should know how Unc
Yeah.
is by now.
Yeah.
Comes
Tell
out of
Aries.
his father's full of shit.
I tell all liars. Yeah, Aries. So if you didn't hear the rumor, Aries, then I don't know what that means.
Wait, take the knee for what? For the national anthem?
Right. He said anybody who take the knee should be put out their
I believe
career in
that
the
too,
NFL,
Abby.
NBA.
I believe that he was with plus size women too. Kevin Samuels. Every said, I don't know if you can read the
Hmm.
comments. Every said that Kevin Samuels, she heard that he was with plus size women even though he bashed them.
Plus size men. I don't know about the women. He's with plus size men.
Oh, so you really believe like he was into men?
Baby, all ATL knew Kevin was in the men. We talking about no secret.
Is he from Atlanta?
He's from another. He's from like Oklahoma or something. He's from some other Bama town. I
So
forgot where
then
he's
why you
from, but
tell everybody in Atlanta? Did he used to travel to Atlanta often?
he lived in Atlanta.
Oh, he lived in Atlanta. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, so that okay. So
Let me
he's
tell you,
he
I'm gonna say, I'm gonna tell you how people didn't know, right? It was some Bama's one time on live talking about Kevin Samuels was 6'3", 200 something. Kevin Samuels wasn't even 140 pounds, soaking wet.
he was that little. He didn't look that little.
He's small. He's tall. But he might have been 6'3", but he wasn't no 200 pounds. At any stretch of the matter, he was always a sickly little guy.
So what did he pass away of?
Dickie.
The
I
what?
don't know. I don't know.
What'd you say? What'd you say? I can't stand you.
Dickie in the throat. I don't know who he passed away from.
He's Dickie in his throat. Listen, man, I'm gonna try to kind of keep my page. It's my
Oh,
third
I'm sorry.
page. I'm
Okay.
trying to keep this page.
No, he wore a lot of Dickies. I mean, he was known for wearing Dickies. He wore
Like the pants, Dickies. I can't
no,
see
no,
you
no,
wearing
no, no,
Dickies.
no, around your neck. He wore a Dickie around your neck. For real. He wore the
Those are
little
not
turtleneck, the
called
little,
Dickies. They're
what
called
do they call
Dickies.
that?
I don't know. They're not
What's
called
that, what's that
Dickies.
little,
More
what's that
poetic
little,
perspective probably knows.
what's that little tubular thing called? That little tubular.
Afghans, something like that. I don't think
Oh,
they call
we call him
Dickies.
Dickies.
Dickies are a
Hmm.
pair of pants.
Well, he wore, not, well, no, Dickies is actually a brand, but
Yeah, it's a
he wore,
brand for like
yeah,
for blue collar men.
but he wore the Dickie around his neck, or around he wore half a Dickie, with like his neck on top of
Alexa,
his shoulder.
what's the scarf that men wear around their necks?
From thecontentauthority.com. A neckerchief is a type of scarf worn around the neck,
She said
typically by men or
she
No,
said
women.
a
wasn't a
neck.
scarf. No, wasn't a scarf. He wore like a turtleneck, but it was half a turtleneck. He only it went around his neck to his shoulder.
To his neck to his shoulders. What the
Yeah.
fuck is that? Oh, poetic perspective said that he had a heart attack. Yeah, it was probably
Hmm.
because he was so angry and so stressed out because he didn't like women. I don't know. The Alexa said it was called a neckerchief. Sorry, I called her a name,
Okay. No, that's probably that's it. Mhm.
but I never heard of
Yeah,
that.
but he had some other problems. He had some other medical problems too. He had some. He was sick as a child. So he was what they say.
A lot of these opinionated people seem like they always got more issues going on. I guess maybe that's their hobby, just to create controversy, and because controversy sells, right? So
Hey, just think when I expire. Just think what people gonna say when I expire.
I
That's all
never
I think.
want to think about it. You're gonna live to be
Yeah,
130 years old.
yeah. They're gonna say he was jumping
Everybody
out of a
loves you
hotel.
poetic. That's the crazy. That's the thing about it. You might say the most craziest things and the most random, and everybody doesn't really agree with you, but everybody loves you because you're authentically who you are. So we know what we're gonna get from you. You're not gonna switch it up. So I think you will be very missed. I think a lot of people will be there if they could find you because nobody knows your real name anyway.
I'm gonna miss y'all too.
Actually, all we gotta do is go to the red. It's not a red light district.
Right, go to red. Yeah, go to red light district. Yeah.
The red light district is in Australia, right, or whatever.
No,
Right?
no, no. Is it any community that has a lot of crime and activity going on?
It's called the red light district, really?
Yeah, yeah.
I believe
Either
that
blue light.
poetic perspective. Did you hear the craziness yesterday? Did you hear the craziness yesterday, poetic? I know you don't be in these TikTok streets like me and poetic be, but if you want to talk about like literally every time I think TikTok can't get any worse, TikTok gets worse. This dude, and I don't even know if it was real or not, but this dude had all these different personalities at one time come out. So 1 minute he's talking like a woman, 1 minute he's talking like a man, 1 minute he's talking like a country lady. I mean, it was so freaking scary. I felt like he was having an exorcism. You know, like when you like the Bible days when demons were in people's bodies, and I mean, it was nuts. That guy opposition, or whatever his name is, they finally figured out who he was, and Kappa kept on going in on him. And the more Kappa, because you know Kappa, she just she'd be going in and like she was pushing his buttons, and so she was like, "This is mental health talk." That's what she started calling it. She said, because it was nuts. When I was listening to the recap yesterday, I said, "What the hell is going on?" Like he sounded, his name Bryson. He sounded nuts. I mean, for like 40 minutes.
So Bryson's the guy. That's who you talking about, Bryson?
Bryson
Okay.
is
Okay.
opposition, and you
Oh,
know,
that's
he always
okay.
get, like, you know, because always have every time opposition comes up has different sounds, and
Right.
so we thought it was like a whole bunch of different people. Well,
Right.
happens to be it's a whole bunch of different people in one person. He has multiple personalities disorder because everybody got disorder now. Ever since Saturday, when we did that mental health live. Really, I believe it poetic perspective because he was. I mean, he didn't. He is not well, and she lives in the same state as him in the same state and the same town, and he sounded like, and it wasn't fake.
Isn't he the one that claims to be a police officer or something?
Right, though. Yeah, remember he was a police officer. I mean, I don't know how to do recaps, but I mean, it sounded nuts. And poetic perspective just said that she had HB had a call and press charges on him. 1 minute he's crying, he was saying how much he loves HB. Next minute he's talking about he has a baby on the way. Like he was talking in different voice. He was talking in tongues. He started talking and started because now he was they started preaching. It was like I was listening to a damn exorcism and like they were trying to take all the demons out of him. It was crazy. Like I said, this is a mental health talk. So I'd rather any day, honey. I'd rather deal with a cheater who doesn't pay child support any fucking day.
Was that real or was that a skit? That was real.
It sounded real to me. It sounded, because I don't know anybody, but even though, so you know, Navi was in the chat when we were talking about it, and she was saying she didn't think it was real because she's saying that people who have like multiple personality disorder, they can't tell the other personality to come out.
Exactly.
Right, and there was a point where like Kappa would say, "Oh, go tell I want to speak to Angelica because that's one of his personalities." And then he was like, "Angelica, Kappa wants to speak to you." And then next, you know, Angelica's personality would come out. So the morning black willow trees. So yeah, it was nuts. It's Bernie. I couldn't believe it. I was kind of scared. When Mama Money finished recapping, I was burning sage in my hat, and I was like, "I rebuke you, all you. I don't want that energy in my fucking house." And because energy is contagious, I really believe that even through the phone, We could pick up on these crazy people's energy and it attaches to us. And next thing you know, we're walking around either sad, miserable, depressed. So that's why I like to, have these lives where I'm like giving out good energy to people so we could wipe all that craziness away.
So is that like the soul? What's that thing called? The soul?
I think so too, poetic. The
What what
soul.
what what, what they
No,
call
that's
it?
a
The
soul
soul?
tie. That's a completely different thing.
Okay.
I think from what I understand, a soul tie is when you have sex with people that are not. See, you probably have a whole lot of fucking soul
Like I
ties
said,
going
yeah.
on.
So I probably got a whole lot of souls on my side. My soul. I'm probably doing things I don't even realize.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so because if you had a lot of soul ties, you'll be having a lot of stalkers after you, and you'll be getting caught left and right. Your wife would never let you out her sight. Well, I don't. Yeah, it is a different issue, but I don't think it's called multiple personality disorder. It's a nothing. We just cutting the shit, Black Willow trees. We're just talking shit. We would just happen to talk about. I mean, mental disorders. Honestly, I guess for now, but even though none of us really know about anything about mental disorders, but we know that we're sane. But you know what? I always feel like this. This is what makes me feel like I'm sane. I feel like I'm sane when I'm around crazy people. I'm like, okay, I'm not that bad. I'm really I'm actually saying good morning, beautiful.
Good morning, Mama. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm
Morning,
great.
welcome in.
I've seen Poetic in a couple of lives. I think we've been on lives together, Poetic.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning. How you doing?
Yes, I'm good. How are you?
I'm well, thank you for asking.
What are
He's
we
a
talking
pleasure.
about? Oh yes, yes, yes. I don't ever remember anything of like him being anything hateful. You know how there's a whole bunch of lives of just arguing and all that
Right.
bullshit. Sometimes you get dragged into it, but it's good to be on a live that we're just talking about. I heard like something about soul ties and energies being connected, and I'm kind of really interested. If you guys want to keep talking about it, or
Absolutely, absolutely. Change your name back. I know because poetic perspective and poetic assault is both you guys. Like I'm getting tongue tied with both of your names, but well, we were talking about like we started over talking about mental disorders on this app, and then how a lot of people have some mental disorders on this app.
Kept
That's how it
included.
started. And then it went from there to a live that I heard when somebody's multiple personality disorder was coming out. There were like 20 different people in one conversation. They kept on changing their voices, they're changing their attitudes and personality. And when I was watching it yesterday, it was really scaring me because I felt like it was like I was thinking of like Jesus's day in the Bible and how Jesus was sending the demons out of people's lot, the sheep and stuff like that, putting them into sheep. And it got kind of scary. Like, so I was burning sage because I was saying that, these energies that we get from on TikTok is contagious. Like, so if we listen to a live and people are arguing, like you mentioned before, and screaming and carrying on, sometimes that comes into us. And now we're getting off of this live and our nerves are all shaken up and we're all like rattled and stuff like that because we're feeling that this energy. So I like to spread good energy, like you mentioned. So I'd rather have good energy being spread than this negativity energy that be walking around. And then poetic though, I was like, yeah, he has soul ties, and I'm like, yeah, I don't think that's the same thing.
well, first of all, I want to say that you're beautiful. I think you are absolutely gorgeous, and what makes what makes your beauty enhance even more is the way that you speak, the way that you think.
You're so sweet. Thank you for being encouraging. Thank you.
Yes, Mama. And I think that I've always kind of wanted to find my way, and I feel like when I get put in these type of positions, like getting on these type of lives, it's for a reason, right? You're put in certain places, like, oh, click on this live because you might need to hear something you need to fucking hear,
Right.
And I've always wanted to get closer to God, and we all know what the God really is. It's not the fucking white man's bullshit, right? Like, can we just agree on that? Okay. Absolutely. And I always knew it was that, I was always lied to. I was like everybody else. But I'm like, no, I know that there was somebody that protected me a lot. I have been in the most stupidest fucking situations. I've done the most dumbest shit that you could ever fucking think of. And there was somebody there that fucking saved my ass all the fucking time. And there's been times that I would lay in bed and I would just be saying, even though I don't know how to pray, which I guess I've heard from other people saying there's not really a right way to pray, but as long as I would just say, thank you, God. And I knew he could feel me, and I knew he could feel that I was actually, or he, she, you know what I'm saying? Like the energy.
There's something out there, whatever.
Yeah.
We're not alone, even if it's an alien. There's somebody out there.
Exactly. but I do. Let me ask you this, if I can. I feel like the closest thing to God. I am a biracial black woman, and I feel like the closest thing to God is a black woman. I think that
I
black
love that.
people, well,
Absolutely.
black people are just very. Black people have been some. When you put black people against everybody else on this earth, they will always be way better, no matter what the fucking
Completely
circumstances
agree.
are against them. You know what I mean? They'll have
Absolutely.
everything against them, and they'll still be fucking better. And me
I
growing
agree.
up with a racist mom, she taught me
Oh.
fuck black women. Black women are just and just oh hell yeah,
That's
I
your
can go on.
mom?
My mom is what? Yeah, she's YT. I don't want to get you banned. She's YT, and she's very
I'm
racist.
sorry
And
about that. Because that she's talking
no,
about you. Didn't that make you feel a type of way?
exactly,
Oh, that's horrible. I'm so
exactly.
sorry.
And you know, my cousins used to call me a slave. They called me the N word, and I have PTSD now.
I
And but
believe.
I always
Come on,
saw
girl.
how black women never fucking had a problem with me. You want to know the only time black women had a problem with me is when I started the fucking bullshit in the fucking first place. When I was a colorist, when I walked around thinking I was fucking better because I was lighter skinned, that's when black women said,
Of
bitch,
course.
hold up, check your fucking self. You know,
Right.
and and the only problems I really had was from white T women, was the jealousy, was the mediocrity. You know what I'm saying? It was all that. And black women just minded their fucking business. But I saw how even myself, we all want black women, black women, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's go attack this woman for absolutely no fucking reason. It just, I see it. I see it with black men, with the police, when they walk out their house. I mean, we have these conversations.
Where did you grow up? What part of the country did you grow up?
So I was born in Minnesota. So that will tell you everything right there.
Right, right. Yeah, and that
But
makes a difference,
so,
honestly. It really does
yeah.
makes a difference on where you was born.
And I was I grew up in I don't know if I'm saying this the right way, Episcopalian, that
Okay.
kind, I don't,
Uh-huh.
yeah, that church, and it was all white. And there was a lot of racists there, and they would always look at me, and they would look at me up and down, because we look different, and they would always kind of shame my mom. They would call her the N-word lover, and
Oh.
and then she would say something like this. Let me tell you, host, this is really the sticking part. She would say, yeah, I like his third leg. What?
That's what she
So
said. Some people she was saying that about her husband.
you can't say he's a great father. He takes care of your kids. He loves you. He
How, can
just
I
bought
can
you
I ask you how did they meet?
So I guess this is so he's actually my stepdad.
Okay.
But I mean, I call him my dad. He's a great man. He is taking care of us forever. He still, takes care of us. But so basically, my father's a pilot, and he had a layover and he went to a bar, getting a drink and dancing. And I guess he met her there. He met her there. She said, "Well, I have 4 children," and he said, "Okay, I'm going to marry you." And the next day, or the day after, sorry, because he had to fly. The day after, he brought her to Cancun, married her, and then bought her $800,000 house in Las Vegas, Nevada. And she did not deserve not one piece of it. She has literally made all of her biracial children feel like shit their whole entire lives. Her white daughter, she always protected no matter what. She made us straighten our hair because she said our curls were ugly. She bought us white foundation because she didn't like the color of our
Confused.
skin.
Why would
Yeah.
why would she lay with somebody that she didn't appreciate or didn't love or
She
didn't
likes his third leg. She said she likes
you
his
see
third leg.
is it really that serious?
No, it is. It is. It's literally that serious. I'm not even joking. It is. And
So I
it
might
really
not like you, but I like your third leg.
no. The thing is, I've never met a man like my dad. I know there's lot of great men out there, but my dad took on 4 children and gave us the best
Absolutely.
fucking life ever.
Yeah,
And I really respect him for that. He came from
absolutely.
Jamaica. He graduated school at 16. He's always worked. He would be gone flying for days, but he would always be there for our birthdays, always be there for holidays. We had everything we wanted. We would go on holidays to Jamaica, to every state we wanted to Hawaii. Everywhere we wanted to go, he would make it happen. He was the best man ever, and she did not like him. Do you want to know why?
Why?
Because he was too good. And when I say that, I'm gonna tell you a story after.
A lot of
She
issues.
didn't.
Is your mother still alive?
Yeah, she is, and she's now married to a white man. So what they do is they fetishize black men, right? They fetishize black men. They get their whole little fetishization out. My father was the best man. Like he's a great man, and she should have never divorced him, but she's a fucking idiot.
Also, she divorced him.
Yeah,
So
she divorced.
why did
Yeah.
she divorce him?
She said that he was working too much, and he was working to fucking take care of all of us. You fucking idiot!
Right,
You start at home and you
exactly.
get sick.
So what do you think your mother's trauma was? It was just that it was the way that she was raised, or
Oh,
like,
do you
'cause
want to
why
know
would
what?
she? I wonder why she has so much hate in her heart. That's so horrible to have, especially with your own children and people who take care of you and love you. Why would she be so angry at them?
Ma'am, she is a racist. Her whole family is a racist. That's why I was telling you, my cousins call me the N-word. They call me a slave. They're very racist. But she was never seen. So she wanted to be seen. She wanted to do something different than all the rest of her sisters. You know what I'm saying? Like the rest of her sisters
Okay, she
married
wanted
white
attention.
men. Yes, exactly. And
Okay.
when she divorced my dad, she found this freaking bum that was in prison for 20 years. I'm not going to say he was very intelligent. I'm going to give him that. He was very intelligent, but he was a fucking bum. He didn't work at all. He didn't do shit. He just used her. He used her for 10 years, pretended like he was going to marry her, and she loved him to death. She paid for everything for him, and he did not give a fuck about her at all. And he tried to get at me and my little sister.
Oh
But
no, that's
yeah,
horrible.
but she loved him because he was a piece of shit. She didn't want the good black man. She didn't want that. And so now that she's like about to die, she's like, let me just go back to what I know, which is a white man. And she's now getting played again. But anyways, I talk about
Your
I
mom
talk
has so
about
many issues going on. Oh my goodness, I feel so. I mean, I don't feel bad for her, but
no. I love these
it's
conversations.
horrible.
I feel like my voice needs to be heard in the way of like of how different things are with like biracials and
No,
full
I
black
completely understand because my mom, so I'm Puerto Rican and my father is Italian. And so when my mother married my father, my mother, like they would, when my mother used to bring like us the kids over to the house, like my mom and her kids and us used to have to eat in the basement while my father and the rest of the family used to live upstairs, have to eat upstairs. So she was constantly, yeah. So we were like always separated because we're like the Spanish people. We were downstairs, even though our father was
I'm
Italian.
so
We still
sorry,
had,
mama.
and my mother did it till we were about until I was about 5 years old, and then my mother finally said, "I'm not doing this. If you want to go to your parents' house," like she did it because she supported her husband. But after a while, she was like, "I'm not doing this. I'm not going." And my father was like, "Well, if you're not going, I'm not going." And then that was the last time my mother ever and my father ever saw his Italian side of his family. So I completely but it was like my mom made the decision, like I ain't doing this no more. And my father, because he loved us so much, was just like, "Well, fuck my family. I'm gonna be with my family, my kids and my wife." So
Right.
fortunately,
And,
I didn't
and
have that
that's awesome.
experience.
Yeah. Yeah. And you had parents that actually took the time to realize what the fuck was going on was wrong. You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
My parents knew it was wrong, but they cared more about the only thing I'm going to say the downfall of my father. Like I said, I think he's an amazing man, but the only downfall that I think that my father has is he got to a place of he's very, very wealthy, and he thinks that he can sit at that table, and he's still, you know
Yeah.
what? You know what I'm saying? He doesn't
Yeah.
understand
I get it
that
because they think
even
that
though,
money is gonna give you a buy-in. It's still gonna is gonna. Oh, if I have money, if I have the same type of money as they do,
yep,
then we're the
yep,
same. But they'll never see us
yep,
as the same, no matter how much money we have in our
exactly.
pockets.
Exactly. And it's hard because, she is, my mother, and he is my stepfather, but I have a lot more respect for my stepfather.
Do you see him
Um,
often?
the last time I saw, it's been a while, like years, but he just
Oh,
called me a couple days ago, and he always, if I, the thing is a lot of people think because of the work that I do that I don't have a dad, and I have an amazing dad,
what does
and
that mean? That's
I
the
have
work
a
that you do.
cam model.
Oh, okay. And then really, they automatically assume that. I can't stand when people assume just because
Yeah,
we do certain things that
yeah.
you have to
They say you
tag me.
basically don't have a dad. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and my dad's basically like, you look good, make money, but save it the fuck up and invest and do what the fuck you need to do because you can't do
Right.
this forever. And I'm like, thank you. Like, what the fuck? And my dad, I just think that um my dad he does do some sort of coonery. He does, and
What?
he
Oh,
does.
Jesus. Know what you're
So
talking
no,
about.
I'm serious. So like the coons that kind of like they don't really care what YT people say about them. When my
Right, right,
family
right,
was
right, right, right. Mm-hmm.
so 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 basically,
Yes.
when my family was calling me and my sisters the N word,
Mm-hmm.
I said, hey dad, they're not just calling us the N-word, they're calling you the N-word as well. You do realize, oh my God, seriously. It's like,
I just don't understand how somebody could allow somebody to call your children or people that you raised that word and it be okay. Like I couldn't even imagine my mother or my father allowing. Look, I moved to the South. I'm a New Yorker, and then I moved to the South, and I thought everybody thought like New Yorkers did, and so I moved to the South, and they kept on trying to send us to our country, to my country, and I was livid. Like my son came home, he was like, "Mommy, this white tea girl said that I couldn't sit next to her because I was black," and I'm like, "What are you talking about?" Like I raised holy hell because of that. I mean, I called up the newspapers, I called up the school board. I'm like, "What kind of racist school is this?" I know, and they all looked at me like I was the crazy one, and I'm like, "No, I'm not."
Yeah, that's what they do. They think you're crazy. They think you're crazy because it's like the bare minimum. You just want to be treated like a human being, and they're like, you want to be treated with respect, and it's just. And then
I guess that's the same thing as you, like you said, with what you do for living, and like me always showing my pictures. They always think that because of what we do or because we're sexy, that all of a sudden we're dumb. That we dumb and we're stupid and we don't know better.
You're a whore. No one will want you. Right. Yeah, all of that. Yep.
Yeah, it's just like, so we're supposed to sit there.
And Mama, you look absolutely fucking stunning. You are beautiful as fuck.
I'm gonna be 49 in March. I'm so excited.
Shut the fuck up.
I am. That's why I like this. That's why I kind of show off a little bit. Because I'm like, I don't look like a 49-year-old lady.
You do not. You are beautiful. Like I saw your picture, and that's the reason why I was like, damn, let me get on here. Let me see what she's talking about.
Oh, you're so
and not only are you beautiful, but you're intelligent. And that's a threat. You know that, right? Like if you're beautiful and you have intelligence, you know that people fucking hate that, right? They fucking hate that.
They can't manipulate you. Are you married?
Exactly. I actually just got out of an engagement because I did not settle for a piece of shit ass man.
I love that. Mm-hmm. I love that. And that's what they can't. They can't stand a strong woman who knows their worth. They're not gonna just settle for anybody. Just because you want me doesn't mean I have to want you back.
Exactly. And you want to know what? Tell me if I'm wrong for this, because I want to ask you, because I clearly see that you actually have a fucking brain in your head, unlike other people. But so I just was engaged to a man, and he moved me and my children to Hawaii.
Oh, wow.
We lived in this beautiful house, 2 houses away from the beach. We had a bath on the balcony. Okay. We had an outside shower. It was just absolutely stunning. Everything was right there in front of me. And I was like, I want to start making cooking content. You know, I don't want to live off you. I don't want to be the wife that sits at home, does nothing, has no money. And if we get a divorce, I have absolutely nothing. I don't have skills. I don't have a trade, something. Mm-hmm. He didn't want me to do that. He did not want me to make any money. Exactly. And I would be like, hey, I'm going to start, recording my cooking content. Cause I would like cook mussels and fried oysters. And I would like do a whole like 3 to 4.
Interesting.
Oh yeah. Like I would like cook for like 3 to 4 hours. I'd be like sweating in the kitchen, but I love cooking. Cause my love language is like feeding people and taking care of, my love language is taking care of people. I love seeing people happy. And like, if I feed you food and you're like, okay, do this differently. I'm like, please tell me, so I can make it better for you. Like that's my love language, is taking care of people, which obviously comes from time.
Mine used to be that way too. Until I had nobody to cook for and clean for. Like all my kids were gone. I didn't have no husband anymore. And I was like, why am I cooking? I was like, and I stopped cooking. I made myself a frozen pizza for dinner. I don't cook anymore. So every time a man asks me, do you cook? I'll be like, nope, I don't do that, because you're so used to doing it for other people that you don't know how to do it for yourself anymore.
Right.
I love that you did it. So he didn't like it, and then so what happened?
So basically I would say. So basically what would happen was, and I'm not even joking, I'm really not even over exaggerating at all. I would say 100 times a day, I would say, please stay out of the kitchen. I'm like,
I don't need anybody in my kitchen. I get it.
Just go work, do your thing. He'll be sitting on the lanai. So in Hawaii, a patio is called the lanai. Yeah. When it's like, yeah. So
in Florida, we call it lanai too.
Oh, cool. I didn't even know that. Thank you for that knowledge.
I didn't know it either, so I moved to Florida, and I'm like, the patio. It was like, no, that's in a lanai. Well, they call it lanai, but it's pretty the same thing. And I was like, okay, so, yeah. I didn't know they did it in Hawaii too. Okay, now we both learned something today.
yes, thank you. And so I'm gonna do his voice real quick, just so you can know what I'm dealing with. Okay. So I have a 9-month-old baby, and
babies.
Thank you. It was awesome, but I was going through postpartum depression, and he didn't help at all, obviously. So basically,
Is it
I
your
would be
first
up all night.
baby?
Oh no, I have a 10-year-old as well.
Oh, hold on. I did that too. I have my kids are 28 and 18, so I know what that large, like you forget
That
and then
large
you
gap,
remember.
yeah.
Right?
And they're completely different too. It's so funny.
Mine are too. My
Yeah.
oldest is the good side of me. My youngest is the bad side of me.
My oldest is the bad side of me, and my youngest is the good side.
No, I love this. But
That's funny.
are they both? Oh, what are they? Boys or girls? Are they both boys?
I have 2 girls. Yep. 2
Oh,
girls.
you got girls too. Oh, God bless you.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Exactly. I'm in for something, huh? Exactly.
You really are. I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah,
sorry
my
about that.
babies
Is this
are
are those his first kid? Is it your baby his first child? Or does he have others? Is he older than you?
So the man I was just gonna marry, that he's not the father of either of them.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Is he from Hawaii?
he is from Canada, and he was
Okay.
50 years old.
Okay.
And
That's
we
what I
met
have
in
to do a lot of it.
we met in a situation to where he paid me money. So I'm just gonna leave it right there.
No,
So
I get it.
so
No, I've been there too.
he knew he had to take care of me, but I was trying to explain to him I don't really want this. I want to make my own shit, right? So that's
Right.
really what it came down to. But this is what it really fucking came down to, which really pissed me off. I said, I don't want to live off you because I don't really, I could feel it in my gut that I couldn't trust him. You know what I mean? And even if I was with another man that was fully supportive and was great, I still would want to make my own money just in case, because I have children that are not that person's children. I always have to think first as a mom. I have children and I have to make sure their lives are good. I have to do whatever I have to do. It's not anybody else's responsibility but mine and their fathers. And I have great child's fathers. We're in good. Yeah, they're everything is good. Like there's no problems there at all. But I'm not going to put that on another man to take care of my children. You know what I mean? Like I'm going to do what I need to do. So I would say, hey, I'm going to start doing my cooking content. So I'm going to do my voice. This is how he would sound. So I would be in the kitchen. I would start, put my camera up. I would have like 2 different tripods with both my phones up, ready to cook. And I'm, be taking my little drink, and starting my music, playing my music, vibing, ready to like focus. I have all the seasonings out, everything, the garlic out, ready to chop up everything. He'd be like, and he would open up the sliding door, and I'm like, Blair, get the fuck out of the house, please. I'm trying to work. I'm not really doing anything. I'm like, Blair, you're fucking drunk. Go outside, please.
Oh.
Yeah, well, he wasn't a drunk when I first met him, but I emasculated him, and that was the problem. I emasculated him because I was more masculine than him because he wasn't a man, and that was the problem.
That too.
Yeah,
Tell me that all the time.
You know what I'm talking about, and he was married to a woman, 2 women before. They didn't know how to change a tire. They didn't know how to unclog a sink. They couldn't build shit. And I'm a welder. I'm a glass blower. I could do all of that. And he was not used to a woman that can fucking do everything. And I'm like, if I don't know how to do it, can you hear me? Oh shit. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm here. I'm still here. I'm sorry. I'm listening to you. I heard everything that you said.
I'm like, oh,
you said you're a welder too?
Yeah, I weld and I glass blow.
I love that.
Yeah.
And it's so crazy. It's weird that how it's like what they fall in love with us for. They say they admire us because of our independent spirit, but then they don't like the independent spirit when we're actually with them.
Yep. And so I'm like, Blair, get out of the kitchen. He'd be like, okay. And then he would close the door. I'm not even joking. 20 seconds later, he'd open up. Oh, I gotta get a Q-tip. I'm like, Blair, please go outside. Exactly. That's what I was gonna say. I'm like, Blair. He's like, well, I need to cut my hair. I'm like, Blair, I cut your hair. Go outside. Leave me alone.
Hold on. Go back a minute. I'm sorry.
Yes, sir.
And I'm just and if you can, and I guess in a short hallmarks, like so I have to, well, first let me say my belief. I don't think women can emasculate men, but give me a little more clarity on that. How do you?
No, you want to know why you don't think that? Because you're an actual man.
Well, thank you for that. But I mean, but
that's why you don't think that. You don't think that because you are an actual man. That's why you can't comprehend it because you're an actual fucking man. But these fucking men out here, the thing is
you're talking about Kevin Samuels earlier, and he's one of those type of men that you're talking about, right?
Okay, no, and Black, a great analogy. You hit it on the head for me. I see what you're saying. Okay, I'm going to mute. Okay.
So
Yeah.
like poetic. I want to tell you something. So basically, he had a job in Hawaii, and he was like, I have to go and like drain the top. I don't remember exactly. Like you have to do some drainage sewage at the top of the house. I don't remember exactly what he said, but he said I don't want to go up there because I have to get on the ladder, and if I fall, then I'm gonna hit my head. I said, then teach me how to do, it and I'll do it. You fucking pussy. And then he was like, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I did. I'm sorry, I did.
Well,
I'll do it, then. I'll fucking do it then. Jesus Christ.
Interesting.
The
Interesting.
hell?
Okay.
And then
well,
I'd be like,
maybe that's
and then I'm like,
why.
I run this house. And so I started telling him, I run this house. I said, I'm the man now. And I said, and you should look at yourself in the mirror to even, you should be like, wow, the fact that my woman is calling her the man of this house shows me that I'm not the man of this house. He was not the man of the house. Yes, you had your parents' money. Yes, you had money in the bank. But I told you to do certain things as a man, that certain things that would turn me on. I told you, he said, I'm going to propose to you. Here's the ring. I said, I don't want a ring. When you propose to me, I want land. Buy me land. I don't want a ring. Do not give me a ring. What you're going to spend on a ring, spend on land for me so I can give it to my children for generational wealth. Don't fucking play with me over here. I'm not no dumbass fucking bitch. I'm sorry. I don't want, and I said, if you can't, I said, I want to find a partner. I don't know how to build a house, but I want to learn how to build a house. I want to find a partner to where we buy land and we learn how to build a house together. And that's our fucking home. That is our safe place. We have our own land. We have cattle. We have chickens. We have eggs every single fucking day. You know what I'm saying? We have a garden of vegetables. That's the type of life that I want. I don't want a man that sits and fucking complains all day long, because if you're a real man, I'll be out there in the trenches with you. We will be working together. I'll come home and I'll make you a good fucking meal because that's what I love to do. And I'll still take care of the babies. And when I'm cooking, you take care of the babies. You know what I'm saying? We have to come to a common ground of what we can do for each other, because every relationship is I was with him for like 9 months and I cut it off. I said, hell no, hell no, hell no, hell no.
So when he first got with you, when you first got with him, did he not speak like that? He wanted to build with you and buy land and all this other stuff. Good morning, Leah.
So I did tell him that, and and he was like, okay, but the thing is he has that mentality. Okay, so I'll give you an example. I have Malcolm X tatted on my face. You guys know Malcolm X, right? Yeah. I have Malcolm X tatted on my face because I think Malcolm X is an amazing man.
Or like figuratively?
I have an X on my face. If you go to my profile, you can see the X on my face. I have an X right under my eye. Okay. I have Malcolm X tattooed on my face. He's the only, well, very publicly, one of the only black men that have spoke out for black women, and saying that, he said black women are the most disrespected, the most unloved, the most unprotected women on earth. And I respect Malcolm X, and I just do it. And he goes, babe, well, you just have to play the game, and I think you should get that tattoo removed.
Play the game. What game?
Fuck you. I'm not playing no goddamn motherfucking game, bitch. If I want to have a fucking black man on my fucking face that spoke facts about the black community, that was there for the black community, and really Malcolm X was completely different from MLK, because Malcolm X said, he said, fuck these white people. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I was about, and I still feel that same way. And he was just all about playing the game. But I don't fuck with these type of people that don't understand where. It's hard for me to say this because, okay, so he didn't understand the racism, right? He didn't get it because he's a rich white man that was fucking had good credit, has his mommy and daddy's money, so he didn't fucking get it. You know what I'm saying? And I couldn't deal with that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? We argued every day. I'm not joking. He would say shit. He's like, I don't understand why black people always fight against each other. I'm gonna say this on this live right now. I picked up, those the extension cords, like the big chunky ones. Yeah. I fucking picked it up and I said, if you say one more thing about the black community, I'm gonna beat the fuck.
That's no,
it was just too much. So I said, I gotta beat the fuck
out of
it. I left it because you will never understand. And that's why I know I have to be with a black man, because I know that I have to be with somebody that understands what the fuck is really going on in this world. And that's not a white person. Black people or people of color understand. And there's no explanation. We don't have to sit and be like, do you understand me now? Do you understand me now? Right. No, you know what I'm saying? You just understand. It's a, you know what I'm saying?
Because we have the same struggle. We always
exactly.
They don't understand it. I broke up with a dude before because he never watched The Color Purple, and I was like, you never saw The Color Purple? Everybody's seen The Color Purple. How do you 60-something years old never seen The Color Purple? And then that turned me completely off, and I broke up with him because I was like, I couldn't do it. Because that's part of Black history. Like that's you. How do you not ever see it? It's on Christmas time. You see it on every single
Was he
channel.
black? Was he
No, he
black
was. It was a
or?
white tea. It was a white tea man.
Oh,
That was my
okay, yeah,
first and my last. That was my first and my last.
yeah,
Because I'm like, we
yeah,
would never
yeah.
understand. We are never gonna understand each other. You know what I mean? So no matter, because they always say race doesn't matter. It really does because you don't know my struggle. I don't have the same struggle
Right,
as you. It's a whole different type of
right,
struggle.
right. Can I ask poetic a question?
Absolutely. I know he's dying to talk. Go ahead, or unaliving to talk. So go ahead.
Hey, poetic. I want to say something, and I just want to say something about because I do have a half sister that is full black. We have the same dad but different moms. I want to say something. Um, Black women deal with a lot of shit that I know nothing about. Full black people deal with, right? And I want to say something. I really, when I see full black women go to white men, just know behind the curtains they're dealing with the same shit I just said. If they make it look good online, they still deal with the same shit. And I'm going to tell you this right now, the only woman that would be really good for black men are black women. And I really, really, really think about black men all day long and black women all day long of the shit that you guys deal with that I cannot comprehend because I do have a biracial baby daddy, and he does not deal with. I mean, I haven't seen your picture, but I think you're a full black man, right? But I can't hear you. I can't hear
Yeah.
you.
Yes. I'm sorry. Yeah. Yes. I'm full. Yeah.
Okay. So, but I mean, I don't know your struggle though. You know what I'm saying? I can never comprehend what the fuck you go through when you walk out your front door. You know what I'm saying?
I don't embrace struggles. I never have a struggle. I
So
do.
you've never, no, but you've not, but I'm saying like, I
Uh,
know how people look at you though.
I don't know how they look at me other than, but
Do people look at you
I don't,
different,
I don't,
poetic?
I don't be around people that much. So I don't really know how they look at me. I'm a person who gets in
Well,
and get out, so to speak. So I don't really.
right. But
Yeah,
I'm
I mean,
saying,
but I
like,
would say
if you,
in TikTok, I would say people look at me peculiar, most definitely, because I say peculiar things, and I'm aware. Um, but in my
Does it
day to
matter the
day,
race though, poetic? Does it
I
matter
think
the
you're very,
race
I
though
think
that they
you're
look at you
very
in a strange
intelligent.
way?
huh? Say again, say again.
Does it matter the race? Doesn't like everybody look at you as a strange way? It doesn't really matter the color.
Right, right, yeah. I don't really use color as a distinction to when I want something, I'm gonna knock everybody down. I don't care what color you are. You know what I'm saying? Like I
I love
don't, yes,
that. I love that.
I
I
don't really
love
just,
that.
I don't
I
ever
love
talk
that.
in totality like the black woman is the white. I think well, I'll say men and women because I think in the to my travels and my journey, we all we all encompass the same uh and pleasures the same non-pleasures if that makes sense, so I just think that now whatever reason in this TikTok medium we do hear a lot of focus on black this black this, but my thinking is that we about 13 to 15% and we're in a majority environment. I think we better talk about totality because that's who we're interacting with, and it really is their totality,
Oh,
you know so
So can I ask you a
sure,
question?
sure.
So
thank you for
the only
joining.
reason why I speak about this is like the mortality rate for black women is way higher than white women. You know what I
Sure,
mean?
sure.
There
So,
obviously is there obviously
yeah,
is a problem here. You know what I
yeah,
mean? And
yeah.
and like I just told you my father is very successful. He's never been
Sure,
pulled over, never been to jail, never drank. He
sure,
doesn't do anything. He's top tier, but he
sure.
knows he's still not. Even though he's amazing, he still knows he's not gonna be. He does know deep down inside he's not going to be that. And I what you just said, I think that's amazing. You're like, I don't give a fuck what anybody says or what anybody does, but I want to let you know that this, you know what I'm saying? We think about
Absolutely,
y'all
and I have
because
no issue.
because if y'all are just driving doing nothing, we still care about the fact that you guys
Yeah,
can be pulled over and
and
be unalive. You know?
and I never thought that you didn't. I never even had any.
Oh, I know you. Oh, not
Yeah,
you.
Do
yeah.
you
Yeah,
think
not
it's
you.
No,
Yeah,
no,
because
yeah.
of
no,
where we were
no,
brought up, though,
no.
poetic?
But
Like because we're up north, we're from up north, and we're from a place where I mean we have, of course, there is racism where everywhere you go. But do you think that depending on where you live, what part of the country you grew up in, is how we view it differently?
so, yeah, so I'll give you that. Like I can remember in my elementary school, I was the only minority in a school at one point in time.
Wow.
Then another minority young man came in. And then so there were three. It ended up being four. There was a guy from Dominican Republic, myself, a kid from Canada, and a kid from England, and of course another uh, African American to say that. But initially I was the first one. Well, not first. I was the only one there at that time. But I never phased me that I was the only one at that point in time. It phased me later as I looked at it and when as others came in, but it still didn't hinder or impact what I wanted to do. So I never
You
so
never
my
felt it.
issues. Yeah, so now if I read information, sure, I'm aware of that, but I don't encounter it because I don't even give you a chance. People always say this about me. I'm probably so disrespectful that
Yeah,
I'm not
they won't
aware.
even talk to you. They won't even say shit to you. Pretty
Well, yeah,
much.
I'm not aware that I'm disrespectful. So in other words, because my whole thing is that I'm not familiar enough with you to be respectful. So when I walk into a place of business, I have no respect whatsoever because I'm not familiar enough. And then I'm not looking for them to be respectful. So in fact, I like to go in where the worst is presented to me because that's when I'm at my best. If you're too kind, I'm awkward. But if you're the worst, oh, I can work with it because my goal is to get something. If I come in your place, I'm coming to get something. I'm not coming to check on your welfare. So I'm in there to do something. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm in there
All you
if I
see
come
is
in your place of
green.
business, right?
Wait, is that what you mean? Like all you see is money.
Well, or acquisition, whatever I'm trying to acquire, money,
Right.
form, whatever as I came. If I came to your place of business, I'm there for something. So whatever I came in to get, that's all I'm looking at. And I could care less. You could call me the N word, and I probably wouldn't be aware, because it's not on my register to take with me. So I'm only coming to get what you seem to have. I need.
So how do I
And
go about that then, poetic? Since like I'm hearing what you're saying, but I'm so how do I go about that? Because I'm like, fuck that. You got me
hmm
fucked up. I'm ready
hmm
to like go the fuck off. Like,
hmm
but the thing is I feel like I should go the fuck off because who the fuck are you talking to? And why do
Right.
you think that you are able to say that? And that does come
Yeah.
from my PTSD of my family calling me the
Sure.
N word. I think that
Sure.
people should shut their fucking mouths before I punch you in your
Sure.
fucking face. And
Yeah.
why I'm not
See.
going to go into an establishment. No, I'm not
See.
going to go into an establishment and be disrespected. Bitch, I will fucking
Yeah.
beat your ass. Like that this is
So
the thing.
yeah. So
Why do I have to, why do
and
I
my
have to
thoughts,
sit
what
down
you're
and be
saying
calm?
is, yeah.
Poetic, why do I have to sit down
Uh-huh.
and be calm? Why?
Yeah.
Because they're not
No,
calm. They're fucking out there and they
You
do
don't have to be
whatever the fuck they
calm.
want to do. So why
But
can't I?
Here's my thought. No, don't be calm. But my thing is that don't put a whole lot of words into it. Just go ahead and if you're gonna damage, do some damage. Do your damage. Like if you're gonna punch me in the face, don't tell me. Just punch me in the face. Like you know what I'm saying. Like don't throw a tantrum.
Oh,
Like
just
No,
that's
I'm
my
not really going to. I'm not really going to. But
no.
like,
But that's
I
my
like.
thought. I mean, yeah. I mean, but as far as like wasting the words, I think you're both in the process of wasting word. You know, it's like a word battle. Then who's gonna outword the other one with
giving
these
them your energy. You're
insults?
giving them the
Yeah.
power by
So
So,
my thought is that
poetic, can
my
I
thought
tell
is
you something? Can I
hmm
tell you something that I did that I thought that was way better?
uh,
hmm
So basically, this white woman wrote me this whole paragraph, and
hmm
she called me a whole bunch of n words and called me a whore and all this type of stuff. And she was like, "My
that's somebody's
husband."
husband, wife.
Yep.
Okay, that's fine.
Yes, somebody's wife. Yep. And she was like, "Do you not know that there's husbands on this app and they shouldn't be seeing dirty, disgusting N-word bitches like you? You are
Uh-uh.
so disgusting. You have so no self-respect." So then I said, "Okay." So then I added her husband and he subscribed to my OnlyFans. And that's how I got her back.
I mean, there's a lot of married men who sit on this app and sit there and
Right,
scroll. I don't know
you
what they
already
want
know.
to
Yeah,
do.
but it's like I understand what you're saying, poetic. But it's like, but it makes me mad. The reason why poetic, it makes me mad that they keep doing what they're doing and
Oh,
nothing's
they're giving
changing.
us.
So it's like, what the fuck?
Well, I think the problem is this though is that I think we have to change it too. See, if we don't change it, they're definitely not going to change it. So for
Like,
we
what do
have
you
to
mean
change
if
it.
we don't change it?
So
Like, in what way?
because we call ourselves the N word. So if we're not going to change it using it ourselves, why should I hold the other man hostage for using it?
So can I ask you? Because I
hmm
don't, like I say, I'm speaking from a biracial point. I don't really
Sure.
know, but the black community said they took that word back and they said they
I don't know what
took
they
it
did
as
with it. I
an
don't think they ever.
endearment. They said it was an
Yeah,
endearment. I don't know
how
because
can
that's not that's
how can they take something back they never had? I mean, like nothing in the United States the minority ever
But didn't
had. So
but poetic didn't
mhm.
the word Negro come from King Negus in Africa?
I don't know who it came from. To be honest with you,
Yeah. So if
it's
you
so
look
many
it up,
facets. Yeah,
yeah,
so
if you
many
look it up,
facets of
it
where it
says
came
King
from.
Negus. It
It's so
says
many
King
facets.
Negus.
It's so many facets where they said that the majority couldn't pronounce one way, so they just started using that vernacular. I don't know where it came from. I didn't even
Because but
look
if
at
you
it.
look it up,
I
it says
didn't.
King Negus.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then
And
they
if it
change
does,
it
that's
to
fine.
the other word.
Yeah, and I would like to believe that the majority was not even brilliant enough to know that. But if they have that identified, that's fine. But my thing is that again is no matter where it came from, if we're still using it, if we consider it to be a even if we say it's a it's a negative entendre, so we can use it, but they can't use it. I mean that doesn't register to me. You
No,
know,
they
so if
shouldn't
it's
use it.
No,
They
but it's
should
being
use it
used.
because I'm saying as a biracial
Yeah.
that I've
Hmm.
heard the way that they
I don't
use
know if
it,
they
and they
don't even
use it
box
always
it.
in a
Yeah. Yeah.
derogatory way. They're literally like,
Yeah.
I've been around white
Yeah.
tea men,
But mhm.
and I have recordings, and I can send it to you, poet. I
Mhm.
have recordings where I put on that show and I pretended,
Mhm.
and you can hear it in my voice because
Mhm.
if you guys know, I'm like playing the
Sure.
whole role,
Sure.
and they're like fucking black you know
Mhm.
what I'm saying,
They
and I'm
say
like,
this
Sure.
to
yeah, like
you?
they.
That's
Oh,
horrible.
they say this. They're like they don't even know anything at all. They're
Mhm.
so fucking stupid. They don't. They say the most craziest shit I've ever fucking heard. I have so many recordings. So my sister
Mhm.
always tells me to record all of this. So I record everything, and I don't want. So this is my thing. I want to put everything online,
Mhm.
and I have no faces shown, so that's not the problem. But I don't want people to be like, oh, so you're not just trying to expose people, you're trying to extort people. That's not what it is. I'm trying to show people what YT people say behind closed doors when
Yeah.
they think that you're
But
the good black
yeah.
one.
I
You know
think
what
that
I'm
we
saying? And they
already
But
know
know.
this.
I think we should know though. I think I mean you are welcome to add to what's but I think we should be aware that behind closed doors we all say things. You know what I'm saying? Like so it's not just one culture. We all say
But
things
it's not the
behind.
same
I,
though
I,
when a
oh
certain
yeah,
group of people
yeah.
have power
Hey,
and
I'm
another
gonna tell you.
group of people don't. You
But
know.
yeah, I think but there's still we all like I'm gonna tell you what's even funny to me. I'm around Salvadorians quite a bit. So one Salvadorian will talk about another Salvadorian. Like men talk about the women. They'll tell me, oh, she's trash. She's a tramp. She's all she wants is money. You know, and I'm saying to myself, and then his kicker, he would never marry a Salvadoran woman, and I'm laughing at myself, and I just say, well, that's great. I didn't, wasn't none of my business, but okay. No, but my point of fact is that I think we all say things behind closed door or behind the backs of
Right.
others. You know,
Right.
that's what, so I don't. I mean, that's not my. I mean, but not get me wrong.
That's
We all
crazy.
have our template to what motivates us, right? My template is just progression, pleasure, um, and I think you know. I mean, I'm more of the P. I probably more P
Dia, no, Dia needs to
facet.
come up, please.
What do
Diaz,
you think?
bro.
So,
Diaz,
Yeah,
so what?
bro.
I guess what
No,
we're
Diaz,
saying is
bro.
that
yeah,
we,
Please come
me and
up.
you, poetic, we don't care
yeah,
what people think about us
Yeah,
because
come
right,
we already
up.
know who
yeah,
that we are. You
yeah,
know, I
yeah,
think
yeah,
that if
yeah,
you
yeah,
know who you
No,
are,
yeah.
he's so
Bring your
intelligent. You
integrity.
guys are all so
Oh yeah,
intelligent. I
yeah,
love this
yeah,
conversation.
yeah.
I want him to come up because he's
Sure,
very, very, very
sure.
intelligent.
Welcome anybody up. You know, but and again, and you know, so and here's the thing was so interesting about the thing. Like we can lock onto words right about what we are. We have integrity. We have morals. I don't have none of those things. In fact, I'm gonna tell you, black.
integrity,
I'm
you
gonna
have
tell.
any
I'm gonna,
integrity?
Black. I'm gonna tell you, and people don't
So
like me to
I'm
say this, but I will tell you this: if I walk by a house, right, and somebody said there's a child in there and there's also a safe in there with money, I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna say, young man, do you know the combination is locked? And if he says no, I'm gonna say, do you think you can help me carry this out? He says, I don't think so. I'm gonna say, okay, well, stay on the floor, stay low. I'll let your parents know you're in here. I'm gonna get the safe out. I'm going on my business. I'm gonna say, hey, your child in there, go get him.
You're
So
gonna
you know
leave
what
the
I'm saying?
key in the car.
Yeah. So I'm saying, but again, that's my template. Doesn't make it right or wrong. It's just
That
that's my
means you don't
template.
care
You know what
about
I'm saying?
nobody but yourself.
Yeah.
Is that what you're
Right.
saying?
yeah,
Exactly.
yeah,
Right.
I get it.
So
So
yeah.
to the silk. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. I didn't know you were still talking. I apologize, King. Sorry. I apologize.
No. So I was just, so I was just saying, so like, you know, like, so my thing is, like, I don't get into like just earlier. I don't know if you were here earlier. It was a lady asked me for something to eat. I gave her an option. I said, I'll buy you a slice of pizza. She wanted me to buy her something special. I said, no, ma'am. I could buy you this a slice of pizza because I'm not going to pay for something more for you than what I'm eating. And so my meal is $9.99. I'm not going to buy you 11.99 meal, unfortunately. You know, I'll buy you a slice of pizza because I'm getting spaghetti and meatballs. She started crying. And I said, ma'am, I'm not a helpful person. I'm going way out of my way just to offer you a slice of pizza. I don't even help people. But being that you in here, so she called me outside. I see her all the time. She forgets who I am. I could care less. But my point of fact is that I'm not so much in the helping business. But that's okay because there's so many people who will help people besides me. You know what I'm saying? So that's the beauty of the world in the USA. And I do think the USA will take care of its children, so to speak, as you may say, before I will. But that's just like an idea, like how I just move around. I'm
Because you're
not really
so well.
concerned with.
Because I don't think that you're selfish. Because at least you was offering her some type of food. She was just wanting. She was just being greedy and wanted what she wanted, and not being
Right, exactly.
grateful that you were giving her something else.
At my call, at the cost of me, like, and I have no more relationship with her than I deal with the man I'm getting the food from. You know, so,
Right. Because you didn't have to give her anything. At the end of the day, is they
right.
just couldn't be
Didn't have
cheating.
to. And she won't tell me her story. I said, ma'am, I don't know nobody's history. I don't want nobody's problems. I got my own problem. I don't want no, I don't know. I said, man, you can be beaten up right now. That's none of my business. I don't want to
So do you
know.
think that
I
Willow
was
Tree
running.
just cares too much about what other people think?
Say again.
You think that Willow Trees thinks just she just thinks too much about what other people think?
No, I can't say that's her template. I mean, that's her template. So I really can't say what she does. I mean, I think I hope she does the best at what she does, and others who do what she does. I mean,
That's
you know
what
what
I
I'm
was
saying?
going to talk to the silk about. Yeah, I wanted to say this. It's not about that. So the silk, thank you for those questions. I do want to let you know something about my profession and what I do. I am a dominatrix, and I actually get paid to disrespect YT men. No, I'm not joking.
I know
I'm
you're
like
not.
literally
That's
serious.
crazy.
I'm dead serious. And so basically, like I said, I have a full black sister. We have the same dad, but different moms. She has a black mom. I have a white mom, but we have the same dad. And my sister was like, "You need to start recording this shit." So she was like, "Sis, you need to like pretend like you like believe in what they're saying." I was like, "Okay, fuck." She's like, "Sis, just please put on the fucking face. Please put on the game." And I'm like, "Okay, okay, okay," because I talk too much. Obviously, you guys know that now. I'm like, "Fuck white people," you know. I'm like, but she's like, "No, sis, don't do that anymore." So I basically put on this game and I record people and I hear what they want to say about black people, and they say the most disgusting shit ever. They say it to me, but they will never say that to a full black person. And I'm like, yeah, like these fucking black people, like I can't even understand them. Like they want to be the victims. They're like, yeah, I don't understand. They have everything handed to them. I'm like, yeah, like white people have never had anything handed to them. They're like, yeah, we've never had anything handed to us. It's the most delusional shit I've ever been in my whole entire life in these conversations, and that's why I love doing what I do. Because when I literally, I'm, can I? Oh my god, do I have to say this? Should I say this? I don't want to get you banned. Oh my god, I don't
No,
want to get
no.
you.
If you
Girl,
think you're
this
gonna
is
get
my
her
third
banned, don't
page.
say
So
it.
try to say it as
Okay,
politically correct as you possibly
okay.
can. Because I get bananas every day.
Okay. I've shoved SHIT
Uh-huh.
down a YT mouth and
Yeah.
made him go back home and kiss his YT wife. And then he called me and said, "I apologize for slavery." And it was the best fucking feeling that I've
Okay.
ever felt in my whole entire life.
If
And
y'all
I'm
don't
sorry.
mind, may I just
I'm sorry.
I
I'm
will I just
sorry.
want
I'm
to ask
sorry.
one question and then I'm gonna drop. Hey Uncle Bernie, hello
Yes, ma'am.
panel. How y'all doing?
Hello.
Hey, Kylie.
Good morning. Welcome
Good. How
Thank
are
in. It's been a
you?
you.
minute, Silk.
Thank
How
you
you
so
holding,
much.
Silk?
I'm good. How you doing, Uncle Bernie?
I'm doing well. Good to see you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Juan, for letting me up. But I just have one question, right? And I do understand, in certain aspects of some people, they feel like the degrading and doing certain things to the oppressors may give some type of, hey, I did it to them because they disrespected my people. But at the end of the day, there has to be, and this is just me, okay? No judgmental. I'm not being judgmental
Oh,
at
you're good,
all.
mama. You're good, mama.
Yes. But to me, it's kind of like in my soul of soul, even if it was a job or something like that, I think with the way I feel about my culture and my people, I still couldn't hear them,
Me neither.
degrade the situation like that, and I would be okay with it. But that's just me, and I've
Oh,
never
this
been
was just
in
you.
it.
That's me too.
So,
Yeah,
so
so
I'm gonna ask you this.
it's a lot for me
Silk,
just to
can I ask
hear.
you? Can I
Just
ask you a
hearing
question?
talking about it is a lot for me.
Yeah,
No, I
I
know.
couldn't even
But can
imagine
I
just
ask you
doing
a
it as a
question, Silk?
profession.
Can I? This is like a serious question, Silk, and I understand what you're saying, but this is all I want to say about this. Um, I know what the fuck they've done to full black people, and I'm gonna tell this, and I've said this multiple times on lives. I'm very ashamed of even being half white tea. There's nothing that I'm proud of being half white tea. No white tea person should be proud of what the fuck they've done, that they have continuously done. And I feel like, why is it, and just please tell me if I'm wrong. I'm here to be educated, okay? So if I'm not gonna get mad if you respond to me. It's not gonna be an argument, just so you
no,
know that,
no,
okay?
no, I'm
So
not arguing.
yeah, just educate me. But I just feel like, why the fuck are black people so forgiving and so loving? Oh, we won't do that to them. We don't want to stoop to their level, but they don't give a fuck about y'all. They don't care in any way, shape, or form. So
But
why the
it's
fuck
because
do
you're
we keep
giving a prime example of yourself, ma'am. Because one thing you said and one thing you always put to the forefront is that you're half white tea. But do you understand that one pinch of black on white is always gonna be black? But one thing that you kind of, and like you said, this isn't an argument. This is
But
just from my
what have
preference.
black people done to get?
Okay,
Because
but
black
hold
people
on.
are.
Give me
But
1 second. Give me
I
one moment.
apologize. I apologize.
Give me one moment, and then I'll say, and then I'm gonna make it short, right? But the thing about it is, you recognize your white side more than you do your black from your
No, I don't.
conversation.
Nope.
Okay,
Nope.
give
Nope.
me
Nope.
1 second, and then you can disagree with me. That's fine. But I'm just saying what I just noticed just from this small little moment I've been in here. And I could be absolutely wrong, and I'm okay with that. I'm just talking about what I've observed.
Mm-hmm.
So it seems to me as if you give more credit to your white side than your black side. So you feel like because of the consciousness that you have from your white side, that your black side needs to make up for that. But we don't know what you're doing as a black community behind those closed doors. We don't know. That's not helping our community. That's
Right.
No,
helping
but
you and your
I
feelings
can
at
actually
the
show. I can
moment.
actually show you proof that
Okay. I
I've
don't
had
want
my
to see the
slaves.
proof. Okay.
No, I'm because I can show because I'm not just talking. I can show you proof that I've had my slaves send money to black men and black women. When I shove things down their throat,
Thank you, Miss Juana,
Oh,
for letting
oh,
me
the
up.
white tea man.
I
Okay.
don't want anything to do with the white tea side. When I tell you this, this is the complete truth. I'm embarrassed. I literally I'm ashamed of that side of me that is YT because of the disgusting things that they have done. And that's just what it is. I'm telling you right now, I want all revenge.
Do you
I want
okay?
all
Do
revenge
you
because
think?
I hear what they say about black folk. I hear
Right.
how they think about them, and I hear things because I am biracial. They think I'm one of the good ones, and I hear exactly what they say, and it is fucking disgusting.
Right.
And I do not. And every single time I get on this app, I see these amazing black women and men being artists, being athletes, being doctors. You know what I'm saying? I see all this
So, okay, can
amazing.
I ask you something? We were talking
Okay.
about energy before, right? And how energy is
Yes, ma'am.
contagious, and how we surround ourselves, and we can either get into this negative energy or this positive energy, right? So,
Oh
do
no.
you think when you surround yourself in that type of energy, where you're dominating these white tea men to get your lick back on them, that it's building on this energy even more of hatred for them?
I do have hatred for the white team. Yes,
I
I
know,
do.
but do you want to stay in that hatred?
I will. I will because I know that they deserve it.
Okay, so you happy this way?
I'm I'm happy hating people
Okay,
that
well,
hate
if you're
me.
happy, I don't know. I don't
I'm
know what to
sorry.
tell you.
Why
To
would
me,
I
I'm
like
I'm
somebody that doesn't
stressed
like
over
me?
here, and I'm not
No, no,
even
no,
you.
no,
You
mama.
just
Can
see
I
me.
ask
I'm
you,
like, oh my
mama?
goodness.
Let me ask you a
Because who
question,
wants to be
mama.
like living in anger
No,
all
I
the
know.
time?
No. Let me ask you a question, mama. Mama, I understand what you're saying, but can I ask you a question real quick?
Joy,
Why would you like somebody and care for somebody and coddle somebody that literally wants you unalived?
I don't
Why?
go. I'm not around those type of people. That's what I'm saying. Like I
But
move. Like I
you
protect my
are when
own
you go to the
energy, so I
grocery
stay
store,
away from
mama.
them. I
Mama,
don't
you
go
are
towards them.
when you go to the grocery store, when you go outside, because racism is everywhere. It's everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, it is, but again, I don't think it's as I don't put myself into an environment. Like I'm not gonna walk into a triple K environment and be like, "Hey, look at me," and like I'm gonna stay away from that. Like I'm not in those type of environments where
So maybe I think differently. I think differently because I
because it's
hear
like you like
what
throw
why.
yourselves into
So
a line of fire every single time. It seems like when you do
no, but
these
that.
things.
So okay. So but can I just say something?
Mhm.
Every single day on this app, I'm just going to say this, host. Every single day on this app, I see black men and black women talking about what they deal with, how they couldn't go to work with their natural hair, how they get stared at in stores, how they get followed around stores, how they
Okay.
get treated like shit. You know what I'm saying? So if I see this and I hear this
So then
and I
stay away
see
from
what's
that
going
though.
on,
That's just what
no,
I'm trying to say. Like stay away
no,
from that type of
I know,
stuff.
no, I know that, but why is it that we have to be? Why do black people have to be? Oh, we're not going to do that to them. I know they do it to us, but we're not going to do it to them. No, I think that the reason why white people are not coming on this app saying the same thing is because they know that they fucking run shit. And I think that black people should run shit. I'm saying as a biracial that black people should run shit.
So let me ask you this
We
though.
all know that black women are the most educated women in
So hold
America. We all
on.
know that. Like we all
Hold
know that
on,
the black
pause.
woman is.
So your name is Black Widow, right? Respectfully.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
and I would just like to ask,
Mm-hmm.
um, no disrespect,
No,
but
you're
I've
good,
been on
hon.
this app for a long time,
Mm-hmm.
and I've seen, and I'm not saying you're doing it, but I would like to say that I've seen this tactic a lot of times, where white tea people come up and they give
I'm
this
not
savior.
white.
Hold on, give me a moment. You made sure that you let us know that you were white and black, but just give me
I
one
don't know,
moment.
Nicole. I think
I
so.
Give
had to
me.
say
Just
that
trying
because
to
I
think.
don't want to speak on black people. That's the only reason why I said I don't want to
What
But
speak
is
on
it?
why
So
you
black
can't
explain,
people's
speak
explain
on
it
black
experiences.
then.
people if you're black?
Right.
I
So
said
let me
I
ask you
said I
something.
don't want to.
Can I?
I
I
said
wanna ask because Nicole was mentioning it as well, and so was Callie Peach, and I guess that's what you came up here to say that what black fishing is. What's black fishing?
So
Can you
black
explain?
no,
fishing
but
is
because
basically
host,
Wait,
aren't you? You didn't
hold
see
on.
my
when
I want to
PTR?
hear from Silk, please.
okay,
Black.
so black fishing is basically when you have a YT person
Mm-hmm.
that has a profile and portrays themselves as they're black, and
Mm.
they utilize the
Is there any
biracial,
way that I
or
can
hold
get
on,
on
excuse me,
like camera? No, I just want to get on
excuse me.
camera so you can see me.
This is
I just want to
Okay.
get on camera so you guys can see me. Is there any way that like I can call the host on my other because I don't have enough followers, so I can't get on. I can't get on the camera. I would get on the camera, but
So
I
are
can't
you
because I don't
trying
have
to
enough
say that you
followers.
don't think that she is a black woman? You think that she's a white tea
I,
woman?
I,
And
I'm, but like I said, I don't want to judge because I don't know her.
yeah,
I'm just going off of the
the
what I've
conversation.
seen in the
The conversation
past
is
and the
crazy.
language
I ain't
that
gonna
she's
hold you. That's I'm
using.
kind of
No,
I'm
no,
like,
I understand. I understand. Silk, I get it. No, I understand. Like a lot of people come
No,
up here
you
and do
don't
that.
understand
No, no,
because the way you
you just said a lot
talking.
of people come up
No,
here.
no, no, no. What she was trying to explain, let her explain. You're over talking her, and that's what I don't like
yeah, because I'm confused.
about.
I never heard of it before, so that's the reason why I'm asking them. Widow. That's it. You don't have to like prove anything or not. I just
Right.
wanted
Yeah,
to
I
know
don't
what
need her to
it
prove
was.
because I don't know, right? But what I'm saying is I've seen it so many times on the app, right? These
Mhm.
some white tea people choose to come up on the app and they portray like they're the black savior because they're biracial or they're from another country. And then
Okay.
all of a sudden it's like, oh, I'm such a savior, but at the same time it's kind of like they're down in the black people at the same time because I don't understand why they have this, why they have that, or why they're not getting the attention they need to have. I'm not saying that she is black or white, but it just it's suspicious to me, and I'm not gonna lie, and that's the only reason why I
I
came back
honestly,
up
I never
here.
heard
I
anybody talk
understand.
the way that Widow has been talking. Like that to me is just like wow. I can't, I'm like I'm so mind blown how
Black Widow, this is not
Because it's
political talk. This is like grown
oh,
and
look who's
sexy
up.
talk. Black Widow, this is grown and sexy talk when you relax and
I
let
know.
your
I
hair
usually
down.
talk about penises all the time and giving head. Oh, she dropped.
I didn't even
Oh,
know. I
she
just heard.
left.
Oh, she left. See, that's what I'm
I didn't
talking
want her to
about.
leave. I didn't want her to leave.
Did
This
you
is
see
not
me?
political talk.
Yeah,
Like this is
but
not really political.
hey, Nicole, how you doing, love?
Hey boo. Hey boo.
Yeah, but I didn't come up here. I
I'm
wasn't trying to take yours
We
away.
weren't
With
trying to
no,
hey,
bully
thank you
her or
for saving
anything.
me because I was like,
no, it was just what she was talking about, and I only been in here for like 10 minutes, maybe at the most, and I was just like, hold
I've
on,
been in and out
like
and she been
this is
yeah.
crazy because she kept talking about so much. Like I told her, how are you trying to be a savior to the black community,
what the
but you're
hell?
in a bedroom stuffing poop down? Like it was embarrassing for her to even speak on those type of things. Like, what are you talking about? It was weird,
It was
but
It
you
so
was,
know,
weird. I
it
was
was
whatever.
like,
interesting.
I didn't
It
know
was a
what
little
to
deep.
And
do.
I'm
Yeah, that was
tired,
different.
but I'm gonna just put this out there, disclaimer. I'm just sick and tired of these women saying that they're biracial. You sounding like you a mixed animal.
Honestly, I
Like
haven't even
stop
heard people
saying
say that in so long. You know what I
I'm
mean? People
tired of
can't even say
saying
that they
I'm
were biracial. I
biracial.
haven't heard that
No,
saying in
what are
so
you?
long.
One
Who
of the
says that
two. You're
nowadays?
either white tea or black.
Right, but that's why
Plain
I
and
told her,
simple.
Nicole, when I told her, I said, now we all know if you put a drop of black in some white paint, it turns black. So what are you talking about? Why are you so much, oh, white people do this, white people do that, white people do, and I'm not saying that she's not. I don't know what she is, so I don't want to give that judgment
Well,
because
she
she
said
might
her
come
mother
back up
was
here.
white tea. Her mother was white tea, and her mother hated her because she was black.
Right, but I'm saying she might come back in the panel
But
and
if
be a
her
whole black
father is black,
woman.
she's the Gentile of
But
her father.
it's
If
a
her
weird,
father,
it just was
yeah,
a
she's
weird
black.
conversation, and I
It was
apologize.
very it was very weird.
I
It
just
was.
couldn't take it no more. I was just like, what the hell is going on?
Thank
So
you,
let me just
thank you,
ask.
thank you. because like Nicole was saying, I'm like, these are not these type of conversations that I be having. So I was like really
Right,
uncomfortable.
this is grown and sexy talk. Like
I know.
some
I was
people
like,
want to
what
come
is
And
up
she
you
with
know,
stuff to
talking
Nicole, if
hear
about?
I
that.
came up on grown and sexy, I would have probably just sat here for a minute and I would have scrolled out. Well, when I heard this conversation, it intrigued me. And then Uncle Bernie was up here, so I was like, what he talking about tonight? Because I'm gonna go to
Lord,
bed.
Uncle
So
Bernie.
I was just like, what he talking about? And then when I heard her talk, and it was kind of like she still was trying to overtalk everyone. It
She
was
was just running her
weird.
mouth, running her mouth, running her mouth, running her mouth, running her mouth for money. And it just kept on getting worse and worse. And I don't know if it was because she wasn't getting a reaction from me. And maybe that's what she was looking for. Maybe she was looking for a reaction from me to like tell her off because it seems like she likes that. But I wasn't giving a reaction
No,
because I
she
just didn't know
don't.
what to say.
I
Because
just
to me, it's like,
right.
why you put yourself in that type of environment? If it's gonna get you so wound up, why do you do it to yourself? Like, why would you do? Like, who wants to? Why would you?
Because they feed off of that. She has a spirit that feeds off of that. She's an energy vampire. She feeds off of that. She dwells. She's, you know what I'm saying? Like I told her, this is not the place to
Big question.
for
Well, I'm
political.
gonna go ahead and drop down. Y'all go ahead and talk about the
Thank you. I
penises and
appreciate you
stuff,
though.
and I'm gonna go to sleep to it because I'm sleepy. But I need something to listen
It was
to.
way too early for this.
Yeah,
So
Way
good,
too
good
early.
hearing your voice, Silk.
absolutely.
Good, Nicole. Good hearing you, Silk.
I'll talk to you later. See you later,
All right.
Nicole.
Thank you.
All right, see you
You have a good
guys.
evening.
Good morning. How are
Who
you?
is this man?
I don't know. Hi, good morning, Asa. I'm doing well. How are you? Good
Yeah, how
morning,
are you
St.
doing?
John. I'm doing well. And
I'm doing
yourself?
okay. Can you give me a big screen? Can you give me a big
The
screen
what?
to see me?
Yeah,
Or
let's see him in the big
can you give me
You
a
screen.
want to
big
see him?
screen?
Big, you want to
Big
show us
screen
your
to see me?
Yeah,
body?
that's
Are
what
you
he
Yeah,
said.
ready?
He
yeah.
want to show his body.
Oh, he said, okay. He said, yeah. Okay, hold on a second. Hey, Potable.
Thank
You're
you, thank you,
welcome.
thank you. How are
Now
you
what?
doing, guys?
Now what? Now what? You gonna dance for? Where you want? What do you want to see? A handsome body?
Oh
No. Where you
no.
from, Mr. George?
I'm from Ghana. I'm from
You from
Ghana.
Ghana? Okay. What time is it? Is
Yeah.
it daytime?
Cool.
9:16 a.m.
Nice. Oh, okay, it's the early morning. Okay, it's not that much farther behind us.
Yeah, 5 hours difference.
Oh, that's good. You doing good today?
Sure. You are looking so great.
Can we
This
see?
is my
Can
first
we
time.
see you? Can we see everything?
Put
Like
the
who's in the
phone away.
background?
Pull
Let's
it.
see
Close
the
your eyes.
background full of men. I hear the men in the background.
Okay.
Uh-uh. What
Oh,
happened?
they got messed up Wi-Fi.
We made seven. He's too busy sending roses over. Oh, that's Peach sending roses. Girl, Nicole, I was like, this app. That's how me and Poetic was starting to talk about. I'm getting out. He's frozen. Me
He's
and Poetic first
frozen.
started talking about how about mental people on this app, right? And how I don't know if you heard earlier with the live. We were talking about the lives earlier this today, right? And we how now it's called mental health talk, right? Because it seems like a lot of people got mental health issues on this app,
They do.
and it's evident. And then here comes this lady who obviously has some type of mental health issue, right? Is it so it's like it's the TikTok that's the problem. Like she's over here making it seem like, it's outside everybody in this world. Like, girl, if you had that problem on TikTok, then scroll out. Go somewhere else. Why are you surrounding yourself? But to me, it's a you problem, not the community problem. She needs to fix herself. But it was crazy. That's how me and Poetic got into
Yeah,
this
it
conversation.
seemed like you was up here, and I was like, she gonna get her out the box, or she gonna. And then when Peach came up here, and I was like, oh, she ain't never came up in the box. So let's
Couldn't
go.
take it no more. I couldn't take it no more. I was like,
And then that's when I kept on listening. I was like, is she blackfishing? Because she sound like
man, and I mean, so what will be the purpose of that? Just to troll, just to get to see what my
no.
reaction would be.
No, I don't think that. I just think the way it is, they just
Is that a mental
it's,
problem? Is that is it?
look the wicked. That saying the wicked don't sleep.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And I
And
sleep. I just woke up and I was just
did
like,
you? Oh,
what's
did you have
going
a good
on with
sleep?
TikTok? Yeah, I had good sleep. My cat is laying on the other side.
Oh, you got kitty cat. I
Fire.
love that. I love cats. I
Yeah,
like
it's okay that white people want to be in black spaces. They just trying to be informants and trying to take information and feed themselves
Why?
with information because they want to know what's the upcoming what's going to happen in
I don't want to
2025.
be in their space.
No, they just want to be in our space because it's very entertaining. And they kind of like I be in their space. They're kind of funny and boring a little bit.
I would think. I get it because I've heard that on this app too. That we're entertaining. I've heard that.
Yeah, very,
Which
very
is
intriguing, entertaining.
they do want to. Yeah, because what the fuck? We ain't here. But like, really, you be entertaining over there. It's not my fault that you boring. But
yeah, they do want to come to the cookouts. They do, and that's okay. They want to.
That's not a way to do it, though, right?
Well, no,
I don't know.
because we don't disrespect their spaces at all.
Right. And we don't sit there and go into their spaces and be like, I do OnlyFans where I, poop in white. What the fuck?
Right. But is
I don't know. I was confused.
they just feel like and it's cool. They want to be, it's okay.
I don't know people like
but
this.
they doing it the wrong way. They going about it the wrong way.
I know. I just grew up in an area that they stayed in their lane and we stayed in ours. Like there was no type of like I'm gonna infiltrate you so I could try to for entertainment. Like in my neighborhood, it wasn't like the white tea people came in my neighborhood so we could entertain them. They just joined part of the problem. They just joined in the party. They just joined the cookout. It wasn't like
here's like I got one or two though, ladies. I'm going back to something she said, but if the man is eating feces, right? If he had her feces,
oh my God, what?
But it's not his first time. No, but here's the thing about it. But it's not his first time eating feces. You know what I'm saying? So like him going back to his wife to kiss her doesn't make any difference. Like anybody eating feces.
I don't even know if you gonna believe her.
No, I'm saying, but that's not his first time doing it. So that was I don't know what the significance of like.
I don't believe any man would eat feces.
Yeah, there's some. There's something. No, there's something to do. There are some. I mean, and women too. There's a category of people that's a fetish of there. But my point is, if you're doing that,
caviar is fish feces. But
I'm talking about feces from the human. I'm talking about from the human body. But I'm saying, but
you talking about a human feces? Don't nobody eat no human.
Yes, it's a fetish. No, people pay for it. It's a fetish.
No way.
No, it's a fetish.
Where?
All abroad, USA, it's a fetish. It's some weird.
Oh, you talking about in Dubai?
I'm talking about right here in the United States. I'm talking about right here in DC, right here in New York, right here in South Carolina, right here in North Carolina.
I don't think
Louisiana.
they do that. I don't think they do that.
No
baby,
way.
there's people who do it.
John is going to tell us that there is.
Listen, honey, there's women who stick their tongue in men's behind. There's women who stick their tongue in men's behind.
What's the difference between that and eating poop?
Women.
If you put your tongue in the anal.
Hey. What type of women that would do that?
I don't. It doesn't matter. But I'm saying that this doesn't matter.
I don't see that on porn sites.
No.
That women of transaction does that, right?
No, honey, no, man. It's women from Jamaica who doing it. Women from Trinidad.
How you know, Poetic? Have you been down there with
ladies,
the tongue?
Ladies, it doesn't matter. I'm not doing it, but I've been propositioned by a woman from the islands
that allow a woman.
Listen, I've had women from the islands
in the back of their behind.
Honey, I'm not with that. I'm saying it's been offered. Listen,
No.
Ladies,
and you know
ladies, it's been offered. It's been offered. My point of fact is, listen.
And if a man accepted, you
are you can do all that, ma'am. I got all that, ma'am. I'm telling you, it's occurring. It's occurring, but my point of fact is
Poetic, it doesn't matter. That means you're G-A-Y. You're the alphabet.
Hey, Nicole, I gotta correct you. Caviar is not fish shit.
Ma'am, I hear what you're trying to say, and you're welcome to call me what you want. But let me say this: what I'm saying to you is that if the person, yeah, like if the person is eating that's not the first time doing it. Yeah.
Nobody's eating it. John, have you ever heard of that before? What? So, that it's a fetish of that men eat women's poop.
I've never heard that in my life.
Oh yeah, hey St. John, I tell you, man, it's
So
recurring,
I've
St.
man.
never
John,
heard
so
that in
if
my
a
life,
man licks the
Uncle
back
Bernie.
of the
Hey
crack
St.
of
John,
a
it's not hit the
behind.
sad part about St. John's.
No,
The
no,
sad
no.
part, look,
St. John,
hey,
if a
look, the
man
community.
I can't hear you.
Go ahead, Nicole.
if a man licks the crack the behind of a woman, they eating feces.
No.
I don't think that.
What
I
No,
think
about
you
the
should.
women?
you're
If
taking
a
a
If you
woman
dumb.
eat,
licked the behind,
I would
If you
hope.
put your tongue
I
in
would.
a woman behind, right?
That's
Go ahead, St.
stupid,
Yeah.
John.
right?
I would hope.
What do you?
I would hope. I would hope you would eat her ass the same way you eat a cat out the shower fresh or something. I hope you ain't eating
Right.
funky
No,
ass. I
but
eat.
hey,
Hey,
St.
Not
Mr.
John,
Bernie.
St.
Hey,
John,
Mr.
St.
Bernie.
John,
I'm just
Mr. Bernie.
asking
St.
questions.
John,
Mr. Bernie.
I'm
Without question,
intrigued
St. John,
because
hey, St.
he's
Go
John,
ahead,
saying
brother.
that women
Saint,
licks the
I know you're
booty
saying.
of a
I know where you're
man.
going with it, and what you're
I
saying,
ain't
right?
licking
From
no booty of a man.
an
I'm.
aesthetic,
I'm.
Because a man
St.
booty
John. No,
hairy.
Saint,
I ain't doing
say I'm what
that.
you're saying. I'm what you're saying. From the
I'm.
shower, yes, but Saint,
I'm. I'm
you
from.
know, but Saint,
I'm from.
Hold
I'm
up,
from.
Saint, you
I'm
know.
from. Go ahead.
Say, say, but I say we're gonna say the same thing. But saying, every man
So
is not
do
eating his
women
woman's
lick? So
I
what
can't.
do women lick back there,
Nicole.
St. John?
No, I'm
They
not with
try.
that.
Women
Men like
try. I'm
that?
not with it.
That's punk
Women
shit.
try. I'm not with it. But women have offered and tried. But I'm not with it
Really?
myself.
No, let me
But
ask.
here,
Okay, wait a minute. Because I have. Okay, so I've said this before. There's been times when I'm down on a man, right? And I see a man and I'm going down and they start gyrating. And then, you get on the balls, right? So now you're sucking on the balls. And then every once in a while, you go over a little bit underneath the balls.
That's the tank. You talking
you're
about
not
the
going to
gooch?
mine. You're not. You gonna go to balls. That's
Nah,
all it is. I'm gonna try to put it back in your mouth.
they
But
got
It
dudes
could
who
be a
like
little slip every once in a while.
they
And then
got
the man
dudes
It's
that
go,
don't do
dudes
that.
out
ooh.
here
And you're
that
like,
like their
oh.
stuff.
I
Look
ain't
at
with it.
Peach.
hey,
Then
Saint,
no,
and
but
I
no,
say,
you
Saint,
know,
I
I'm
say, I
from
know what you're saying, Saint.
I'm
You
from
say from
Louisiana though,
Clinton, go
Uncle
Saint.
Bernie. I eat
Right.
ass, man. I
Right,
eat
I
my
know.
woman ass if she want it.
Lord,
But say,
this
but
is
you saying again from the shower to the bed. You're not saying she come home from work and you on her behind,
Started crying. You hear this?
Yeah,
right? I mean,
you gotta remember. See, y'all
yeah.
get that shit twisted. You sounding like a nigga sticking his tongue in her ass. Nah, you just licking the asshole, man.
Uncle Bernie was
Right,
actually talking
right,
about
right.
eating
But I'm saying,
eating
no,
the
no,
crap.
but hold up, but look, that's what I'm telling you though. But there are people who go to full Monty. That's what I'm telling. That's what I'm
That's
saying.
on them.
So yeah,
I ain't never heard no,
right,
I ain't never heard no shit like that before.
yeah,
I
they
feel
are.
like
I
if
mean,
I
it
move too
is.
much,
I
my
mean,
boobs are gonna come out.
no,
Mr. Adrian
hey,
crazy.
yeah,
You ain't tight. You better stop. You know they gonna banana your ass, girl. Stop. Adrian,
No, you know
hey,
this is my this is my
hey,
backup. This is my backup
I'm
backup.
about to ask how many pages you got. God damn.
Because I keep on getting bananaed.
They got haters out there. That's why.
You think? You think?
right. Hey, Adrian, after this conversation,
Nah,
they're really
I'm
gonna
with
throw some
Nicole.
bananas at you.
I'm with Nicole on this though, Uncle Bernie.
Yeah.
If a man want his, it's not a masculine position a man can get in to get his ass in. He got to get
Not
in
at
every
all. I agree
position.
with you.
It's not.
He got to get in every position a woman would have to get
And the
in.
one
Exactly.
time that
100% right.
I did
Hey, you're
that, let me
100%
tell you
right. I agree with you,
something, St.
Saint. You're
John.
100%
The
right.
one time I did that, next thing you know, his legs was all the way behind his ears. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, what, like a
Right.
female. I was
If you'd
like,
have,
Right.
what the hell's going on?
if you'd have stuck your finger in his ass, he'd have loved you.
Oh, I did.
Right.
I did. I
Exactly.
wanted to try. I want to say, well, let me see what happens if I go like this. And
Right.
sure enough, I went like this, and
And
he was
and
gyrating.
and
And he
and,
like,
and Adrian, if
leave
you
me
did it, it's not
alone.
That's
his first time. And
sad.
if you did, it's not his first time. If you did it, that's not his first time. So,
Oh,
You
obviously,
gotta remember, a lot of these
obviously.
niggas be on the DL, man.
Well, let me tell you.
I
Okay,
got so many homegirls be telling me the
but I
dudes
didn't.
that act like they the toughest men on earth be the ones that put their legs all behind their head.
I mean, I couldn't believe
Press
it.
them.
Oh, here we go. I just got a violation. I'm ending my line because last time I got a lock
All right.
violation, they blocked me and I'm not doing it. I love you guys. Thank you. Having a great day. But I will see you tomorrow morning.
Man.
I know all the
Give
time,
us
but
one
I
more
ain't doing
wiggle
it.
before
You
you
can't make
leave.
another page.
I need one more wiggle before you leave. Ooh.
Bye.
oh Lord.